In this video we're going to learn about the fundamentals of logins and users. Okay, so crank up Management Studio, and on the left side you have a folder called Security Expanded. Then there's a Logins folder. Right click and then choose New Login. Now here, even before we do that, in case you have a login, you should be able to delete it. Right click, New Login. Make up some name such as SAMP user, like that. Switch to SQL Server authentication mode. Type in the password like admin. And notice when I type it, it's masked with 5 dots. Okay, because I've typed a 5-letter long password. Alright, now enforce password policy, enforce password expiration, good ideas. User must change password at next login. This means that you have created a password for a person, but when that person logs in, he or she will have to create his own password, or her own password. I'm going to click this off though, because I am the user and the admin. Right. Change this to my DBase, click OK. Now, if you want properties, you right click here and then properties. And notice when you come back over here, what do you observe? Notice this is no longer masked as 5 letters. It's masked with that long thing there, okay, with those huge number of dots. Okay. Alright, now further, that's just how the system does it. It's designed. Okay, that doesn't represent the actual length of the password or anything. It's just like a default masking they apply, because we know I typed admin as the password. Right, go to server roles, public, fine, user mapping. Now right now, as you can see, this is blank. Right, there's no user mapping. No user is mapped. See this? So click OK for now. Now you might think you should be able to log in. So let's take a look. You don't have to log out of the current account. You can just click this Connect Object Explorer. Right. SQL Server Authentication. Type in the login. Type in the password admin and hit connect. And it says login failed for user SAMP user. Alright, that's not working. So click OK. Cancel that. And the first thing we have to do is this. Right click here and then go to Properties. And then choose Security. And you see where it says SQL Server and Windows Authentication Mode. Click OK. Or switch to that, and then click OK. Some of your configuration changes will not take effect until SQL Server is restarted. Click OK. Now what you want to do is right click and then restart the server. Click yes. Let it restart. This is a service, right? So that means a service is a program that runs in the background, which means you can access it through the control panel. You can start and stop through the control panel. There's an item called services in the control panel. Alright, and notice it's back to being green here. That's what you want to see. Perfect. So now you think I can log in definitely. So click this. Right, choose SAMP user. Let's type it. Admin. Click connect. And it says cannot open user default database. Login failed again. Okay, so we have to correct that. Click OK. Cancel this. Expand databases. Expand my DBase. Expand the security folder. See, there's a separate users folder. So right click and then make a new user here. I'm showing you all the little possible things that might trip you up. Alright, now login name. So we're going to make a mapping between users and people who log in. So expand that, click here, and then click Browse. Now scroll through the list here and choose SAMP user. Click OK. Click OK. There you go. Make a separate username like sample user instead of just SAMP user. Alright. Default schema. Click Browse. Data writer. Click OK. Click OK. Membership, you can put a person in a group of some kind. Okay. So here, data writer. Click OK. And now we have all of this. Go back for a second to the whole security for the whole server here. Expand logins. Right click the SAMP user. Choose properties. I'm showing you everything I can think of that might trip you up, okay? And then go to user mapping. Now this confirms, as you can see, that this user, sample user, right, has actually been mapped. See that user's mapped to this login. That's it. Okay, that's perfect. and database role membership for my DBase. There you go. Click OK. There you go. Now click this and SAMP user. Now type the password. Admin. Click connect, and now you can actually connect. Okay. There it is. Now here within databases, you've got access, you see, tables. So click tables, right click and choose new table. And it's going to give you an error like this because you were put in a certain kind of membership. You know, click OK. Even if you think that you can type the information, right, put in the ID here, right? And here, this always hangs a little for some second. I'm going to get a message on top that says not responding for a second, you see? Doing whatever it's doing. Elevator music time. Alright, say choose it to be integer. Right? It looks as though you can do it all, correct? But then if you try to save it, even here it seems that you can. Click OK. But then it hits you with this at the end. Okay, so let's say no. Click OK. Cancel that off. Click no. If you want to, for example, view information in an existing table, like right click and edit top 200 rows. See this? It's going to give you an error like this. Okay, the select permission was denied on the object. There you go. So that doesn't work because you were put in a certain kind of, permissions group. What else? So that's that. Another aspect here might be the following. You have the same user login. So go back to databases for a second in my DBase and choose security and users and right click and make a new user. Okay, login user, expand that, click browse. Right, SAMP user like this. Click OK. Click OK. Okay, say it's choose a default schema here, browse that. I don't know, data reader for example. Click OK. Click OK. Make a different username like Bob. Right, membership, data reader for example. Click OK. Now it says the login already has an account under a different username. So you see, you can't do that. It's going to give you an error. There you go. So cancel that. Alright, and that is it. So this is what I wanted you to show. I wanted to show you all of this here. If you want now, right click and notice one more thing. You see where it says SAMP user and here it says Tom. Okay? So the logins are visible right there. The SAMP user is an SQL Server authentication mode, and this one here is under the Windows mode. See how it says Tom's PC/Tom? There you go. So all of the stuff that you see here actually means something. It's not just some, random symbols put together. And you have the version of the server and so on. Alright, that is it. So thanks very much. And we'll talk, obviously there's a lot here involving security. We'll talk more about this in subsequent videos.